Hey family, what's going on? Klaus here, and welcome back to Surviving with Mekanism, where last episode we built this super critical phase shifter in the efforts of attempting to get our hands on some antimatter. Now, as you can see, I'm at 651 millibuckets. You can barely even tell that it's been making, but believe me, I have been on this game for a long time trying to get this stuff. It takes a stupid amount of time, and we'll get into all that today. But first, I want to cover the things that have changed. If you guys are maybe unfamiliar to my Surviving with Mekanism series, we're playing through Mekanism and a couple of other like quality of life mods, but mostly it's a let's play. I'm just kind of like solving problems as I go and exploring the mod, and it's a lot of fun. So some things that changed off camera. I added in these light blocks. They're refined glowstone. And the way you get refined glowstone, if I just type in glowstone here. The way you get refined glowstone is you use 9 refined glowstone ingots, and you get glowstone ingots by running glowstone dust through an osmium compressor, and that's how I get it. So I actually like ran out of glowstone because glowstone's not super easy to get. So yeah, but I decided to finally upgrade my base a little bit and use something other than torches to light up the area. Also, I did put a what is called a teleporter frame on this back end of the temple here, because I needed, there's 2 reasons why, honestly. Not that I need to come back here, but this takes me up to the top level where my sorting system is, and it also functions with the anchor upgrade to keep the chunks loaded, because I realized that whenever I would go off to the digital miner where I get all of my materials, which is way off. If you look over here, and I'll explain the numbers and everything in a little bit, but I mean, I go way over here to mine out for ores and stuff. And whenever I'd come back, some of my stuff wasn't loaded. So what I did was I started looking around and figuring out with my map mod. As you can see, there's a little bit of like a paler square. It's showing you chunks. This map mod that I'm using, Zero's map mod, the minimap and the world map, shows you where the different chunks are. And so what I needed to do, and I took it upon myself to do this off camera, was determine where I already had anchors plugged in. And that's, you can have anchors in one of 3 different machines. You can have one in a teleporter. As you can see, there is one in this teleporter here, so that this anchor makes it to where this chunk is constantly loaded all the time. The other 2 machines that can have anchors include the digital miner or quantum entangleporters, which I didn't even know. I didn't know that quantum entangleporters could have anchors, so I just learned that, or at least it didn't dawn on me really. And so what I did was I went around and I made sure that there were anchors on all of my major machines, and as you could see, I did it with these teleporters, and of course they're not really like plugged into anything, but they do have the anchors keeping the chunks loaded. I also had to move my, what is this one again? Deuterium, right? The red one's deuterium. Yeah, I had to move my deuterium over because if I stand on top of this block here, you'll notice that it is literally on the edge of a chunk. And so I think that 1 or 2 of the pumps were on this side, which put me in a different chunk. So even if I put a chunk loader for this chunk, the pumps wouldn't work. So I just, I went around adjusting things. I just wanted to make sure that things ran, even if I did some traveling. And it is, and it's a good thing. It was just kind of like a realization, like, oh dang, because if something's partially loaded and it doesn't load in properly, we could have a meltdown. And it could be a problem that is not necessarily my fault. So anyway, I just wanted to cover that. The only other adjustments that I've made is I added a quantum entangleporter here for this yellow cake uranium, because I set up a bit more of an automated system for that. I get annoyed with having to like physically come over here, grab the uranium, take it down, enrich it, and then physically pour it over to our fissile fuel product line. And so I instead set up the system where now it's automatically pumping into this enriching factory, and then it pumps it into this bin, and it's naturally limiting. I didn't want to like I don't want to use up all of my uranium, although honestly the uranium only works, the only purpose for uranium is to make yellow cake uranium. So it could be fine pumping out all the uranium and making it yellow cake uranium. The problem though is that if you do that, something else, like the redstone over there, something else would take its place, and then uranium would have nowhere to go. So I just never wanted to run out of uranium in this bin, so I set it up to where it would use a basic bin here with the yellow cake uranium as a natural limiter for how much it would make. And then it goes into this quantum entangler, which kicks off to the fissile fuel area. So it's automated. I plan on doing a lot more automation, but I need to make a QIO system first. But now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of today's video. These past few episodes have been gnarly, okay? So much planning, so much preparation that I decided today, since I've done so much building, by the way, there's more adjustments I need to talk about, but I just wanted to cover this right now. There's so many adjustments that have been, I'm sorry, so many machines, major machines that have been built on this play that I decided I needed an episode, and that's what today's about, for making some adjustments, making some, I don't know, housekeeping, okay? Because, like, for instance, I have maxed out my burn rate for my fission reactor, which is 9.6, and that's because my industrial turbine can only hold a maximum flow rate of 192,000, and I'm doing 191,842 heating rate. So I've maxed out my, how much, like, the rate at which these reactors can work, which is severely limiting the amount of antimatter that I'm able to make. And so I think if I did the math right, it's like 40 hours for a single antimatter pellet. And so that's not acceptable. I need to make some adjustments here. I need to make this thing bigger. I need to make this thing bigger. I need to move this thing out of the way. I probably need to move this. I need to, you know, there's just lots of things. I need to figure out what the maximum rate is for my fusion reactor. I've been running it at 6. I'm pretty sure I can get up to 20 right now. There's just a lot of things that need adjustments. And so today, we're going to be tweaking my machinery. Okay, that's the main focus. But there's no, like, huge reason. There's not, like, a single build project that I can name the episode after and all that stuff. So today's kind of like like I said, like a housekeeping episode. So giving you guys the update on this automation, I kind of wish I would have built this on camera, but it took a little bit of thinking to get it to come out right. And you'll probably notice, if you guys have been fans of the series for a while, that my quantum entangler porter and my diamond chest are gone from up here. And that's because instead, I am now physically piping all the material up through one of the pillars. And if I come around here and remove this block here, you'll see that that is where the items are coming from. They're literally coming out of this chest and shooting down into this. And I decided to use this as, because the quantum entangler porter, I'm trying to reduce the amount of quantum entangler porters that I'm using, because I prefer having things physically wired. And so that was one of the first things I thought of was, you know what, let's just make this physically pump all my items up onto the second floor to my sorting system. So that is something. But this is all very minor. I'm sorry I've been at it for 8 minutes talking about all the adjustments and stuff I've made. But that's because I have done something major. Major. All right? I'm going to show you guys, well, how do I want to do this? I've made some adjustments to the underside of, so okay, here's the problem that I had. I was farting around down here trying to figure out where the wires were, and, you know, I've got wires crisscrossing everywhere, and I thought, you know what, this is kind of dangerous, because if something happens where I dig wrong and I knock out some radioactive material, then boom, I've got radioactive material in my base. So I needed to be able to see where all my wires are. Well, I wasn't willing to put glass down, because then that would be ugly. And so what I did instead was I created what is called, if I right-click this and show you, frequency crawl space. But then, okay, so I made a crawl space, like a layer, 2 or 3 layers underneath, where I can, like, walk around and I could see where all the pipes and stuff were going. But then I decided, wait, it'd be easier to kind of tell what's going on if I was underneath that. And so therefore, I made the basement. See? So you can see, if I come over here, you guys can see that's the teleporter right there. You can actually see the items pumping up to the other column. And so now I can get underneath here and I can see where all the pipes are going. And it's super awesome. I don't know what I'll make use of this basement with, like if I'm going to build more machines or not. I made it quite opulent with the chiseled quartz. I've got chiseled quartz running around the middle. I've got the quartz bricks around it, and I've got this refined glowstone, and it's just in a predictable pattern all the way around. And if you go up these stairs, then this is where the solar neutron activator is. It's making our polonium. And this thing's actually full of polonium too, so I can probably deactivate that. So now I've got, ooh, Okay. Interesting. Here, let's just... I guess I could tell this thing to accept, I guess. And fill up again. But yeah, so this is pretty much the only thing that stayed the way it was. Everything else has become a big, massive basement. I've got the spent nuclear waste going through one bin and then the other bin and then goes straight down over. And you see those cracked bricks? If I show you guys these cracked bricks, you'll see... this is where it goes down to the big giant nuclear waste barrel system that's down there. So yeah, I just cleaned up everything. I cleaned it up nicely, and I just wanted to be able to, I don't know, use the space a little bit more effectively, clean up my wires. That's what happens whenever you progressively add stuff. Things get messy. So I don't have a portal to get into the crawl space, but if I go through here, and then if I go through here, for some reason it ports me backwards. But here we go. I'm now in the crawl space. And by the way, the design, this is just redstone. It doesn't really give off a lot of light, so I did put torches up here. But like if I go over to near the portal, you can see this is our ore quintupling system right here. We have the acid going and coming from the brine. I mean, it's all here. And now I have access to the piping that's underground. And of course, I've got a couple of bins. This one's for the stored nuclear waste. This one's for the polonium, but it's empty because it's reduced by 10. It's going into the supercritical phase shifter. But this was all stuff that I've been kind of wanting to do, and I had a little bit of time in my hands. I had a fun time building it, and honestly, I did all the digging with the digital miner. So it really wasn't that hard to do. But yeah, so this will come in handy. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to be making use of the basement to build like more machines or what, but it's here now. If you guys have any thoughts or ideas, let me know down below in the comments. So there we go, guys. 12 minutes in, and I finally... Oh, I got one more thing to show y'all. Just real quick. This isn't going to take very long. This here, if I'm on the map, this here is my original house, right? And you can see this is my farm fields, this square, this is where my cows are. If you keep going... then this is like where those snow villages were, right? I went and visited this once. Now, if you look at these waypoints, so by the way, the mini map that I've got, the map mod that I've got, gives me the ability to add waypoints, and I can actually teleport to them, but I don't like doing that because I feel like it's cheating, so I don't do that. But what I do have, as you can see at the bottom, says teleport T. But I'm using this to mark the locations of where I've been with my digital miner, and my digital miner is currently at number 8. So let me just get over there so you guys can see kind of what I'm talking about here. So if I go to digital miner, hit set and teleport, then you guys can see, here it is right here. If I look at my minimap, I'm sitting at number 8. And that's because I am mining out the precious material out of the world. And I started at 0, 0. This is literally 0, 0 coordinates in the map. And then I went 64 blocks out because remember, this digital miner has a radius of 32, so it goes out. Technically, 65 blocks is a total square that it will mine out, but I like to do 64. It's easier to remember. So starting at 0, I mined all that out, and it took out all the stuff like gold, diamonds, uranium, specifically uranium, because that's the thing I'm having the hardest time having is uranium. But as soon as I did that and I ran out, I was like, I need more uranium. So I went over to number 1, and this is negative 64, 0. And then I went up to number 2. This is negative 64, negative 64. And then I did this big square around this. And now, and it's also color coded. You could see that. So now I'm going to do another ring around that and obviously change the color and just continue to mine. This is a systematic way of using your digital miner for mining out the world. And notice I'm not doing it underneath my plot. The only reason why I did that is because, again, I just wanted to start at 0, 0. It made it easier for me to track everything. So yeah, I'm systematically mining out the world. And if I stop and reset config, you guys can see I'm getting emerald, gold, diamond, uranium. Sorry, that's uranium. There's emerald. I'm also getting lead, osmium, iron, redstone, coal. There we go. Fluorite, clay, salt, sand, and obsidian. I'm just taking, those are the things that I find most useful. And it's usually 5,000 or 6,000 per section. So that brings me to the last thing I wanted to kind of discuss with you guys, and we're back to the supercritical phase shifter. So to make a single piece of antimatter, let me just go through this with you guys real quick because it's kind of crazy when you really think about it. To get a single piece of antimatter, a 1 millibucket, you have to have 1,000 polonium, okay? And how do you get polonium? Well, you convert 10 millibuckets of nuclear waste to 1 millibucket of polonium. Remember, we had 1,000, so we had to have 10,000 nuclear waste to, again, get 1 millibucket of antimatter. To get nuclear waste, you have to have fissile fuel, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so it's still 10,000. And then if you back that up, fissile fuel to uranium hexafluoride, it's still a 1-to-1 ratio, so it's still 10,000 millibuckets of hexafluoride. But you have to have uranium oxide, 1 millibucket, so we divide that by 2, because this is a 1-to-2 ratio. So 5,000 millibuckets of uranium oxide, and each yellow cake uranium gives you 250 uranium oxide. So it technically takes 20 uranium oxide to get a single millibucket of antimatter. You see where I'm going with this? So to get uranium oxide, or I'm sorry, yellow cake uranium, you have to have a uranium ingot, which is a 2-to-1 ratio. So you only need 10 uranium ingots per antimatter. And since I'm quintupling my ores, it requires 2 uranium ore per antimatter. So it's easy math at that point, right? If it takes 2 ore to get a single antimatter, if I need 1,000 antimatter to make a pellet, I need 2,000 uranium ores. And that's what I've got here. I did the math. It's all right there. You guys can probably see that. You might not be able to. 2,000 uranium ores, or in my case, 10,000 uranium ingots to get a single antimatter pellet. So that's why I'm out there and I'm digitally mining the world out, because I need crazy amounts of uranium. And here it is right here. I need 10,000 of these ingots just to get a single antimatter pellet. So all this, I've said all of this. This was one big update. Again, I told you guys today was going to be different, to say we need to make some adjustments. So the first thing that I'm going to do is shut this down. I'm also going to reduce this down to 2. I could turn it off technically, but I'm actually not going to, because I'm actually going to move. I'm probably going to end up moving this. But we're going to make some adjustments, okay? First things first, this thing's going to reduce because the fuel injection is reduced, so the temperature will decrease, but I don't want to turn it off necessarily. But the first thing I need to do is move my induction matrix, which means I also probably should turn off my digital miner, because all this is going to run out of power. So, yeah, let me go over to my digital miner, and I'm going to deactivate it just for now. Okay. And then now everything should be turned off. The main thing that needs to be turned off is this thing, and it is off, so we are golden. I need mainly to expand my turbine. So what I'm going to do is move this induction matrix out of the way, which means that I'm going to end up moving this laser and all this other stuff. Let's get that out of the way. Now let's deactivate this. Pull it all across. Apparently the reactor glass, or whatever type of glass this is, does not react well with the wrench. Okay. And then, and I'm not even sure where I'm going to go with this, to be honest with you. I just know that I need to move it, because I need this turbine to be expanded significantly. And of course, so this thing is obviously in the way. So now that that's done, let's just make sure that this is doing its thing. It's going to, if I go to heat, yep, it's maxed out. It's, it's energy storage, but it doesn't explode when it does that, which is such a great thing. This thing is still producing power, but that's because it's slowly, powering down essentially. So let's pick up these cables. I'm gonna pick up that cable too, because again, this turbine is going to be completely picked apart, and I'm also going to move these pipes, but I don't have to get rid of all of them. Let's also take out this as well. All right, so first things first, we're going to be expanding out in this direction. So I kind of want to get, a stone block. Actually, I could probably do that from underneath, right? This needs to be expanded outward. So we're going to expand it. Which way am I going to expand it? I could probably expand it this way one, right? So yeah, so I can actually do it from the crawl space. See, I knew this was going to come in handy. This is awesome. So chew all this stuff out of here. And again, I know this is probably going to be a lot of tedium in today's episode, but I did a lot pre-planning and stuff for previous episodes. Today I didn't, and so I'm gonna have to like think through how much of what I need to craft and stuff to make this work again. And I don't even have to really do a lot with this thing, so I can just go straight up with it. This thing I have to actually expand it width-wise to actually make this work. So I just wanted to make that very, very clear. So now I can take out that port. I can take out the glass. I'm gonna have to definitely make some more glass, because this thing has run its course. For now, anyway. Take all this out. All right, and I think I picked up everything. Very good. Let's pull this out of here. Okay. Of course, I've got to take this glass out too, because I am expanding in that direction as well. Which means I'm gonna have to move my turbine and everything too. See, this is a big job, expanding this like this. And this is kind of I don't know, partially why I made the basement, because I thought, you know what, if I ever decide I want to expand these again, I'm not gonna really have the space for it. So I might as well have a place to build bigger stuff. So that's kind of my idea for it. We'll see if it actually works out. Okay, so I've got the base built up. So now, am I gonna go taller? And of course, I've got to move these out of the way too, just to clean things up a little bit. And then I'm gonna have to take all of these out as well. And this will have to be moved. Very good. Okay, so how many more of these casings am I gonna need? This is gonna have to be moved. And oh, okay, I've already done that one. Cool. Okay, so if I'm gonna go taller, I guess the question is how tall can I go? So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 width. Interesting. Is there a center for a 6 width? I'm totally confused. I thought I had to have an uneven number. I am totally confused. I can't believe that I made that work before. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I did make it work. So it was a 5x5 and now it's a 6x6. Oh, I have to go out one more block in every direction. Oh geez. Okay, well then I have to go out in this direction now because I can't go against the pillars and chop them out. Yep, so I'm actually having to expand out too, because the numbers have to be uneven, and the reason why is because your rotor has to be in the very middle block. So that is a struggle. That's gonna be a struggle. All right then. Well, then I guess this has to come out. Wow. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use the material that I have on me, and what this material will do, I'm gonna build up what I can with it, and then determine what else I'm gonna need. I guess that's the current strategy that I'm gonna go with. So I've got these turbine casings. I'm definitely gonna need some more of them. I know I've got some extra stuff in my inventory, so we may be able to get out of having to build or make too much stuff. But okay, now this is what I wanted to do. So I've got a 7x7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a 7 width. So okay, you use the width to determine your height. So 7 times 2 is 14, minus 5 is 9. So that's the maximum height that I can go with my turbine here. So what that means is, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 was the highest, and remember it's 14. So we can actually go up 9. So technically, I should drop this. I could drop this at least 1 block. That would help a little, right? I mean, I could drop it a lot further than that. I could just remove the roof that's above, or I'm sorry, the floor that's below me here. I knew this was going to be a big job, and that's why I didn't really plan a whole lot else for today, because I knew that expanding this thing was going to be an interesting process. So, again, 9. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me just grab, I've got this glass so I can kind of use it for counting. 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 7. So I guess I should remove all of this. And I just realized because my machines aren't running, I can go ahead and turn on the sound. I don't like to have the sound running. So we're gonna remove all this. Up to here. Oh, I hate mining while hovering. It's so bad. Okay, and I think that is it. Yep. Okay. And then I'll jump down there here in a second and grab all the stuff that I'm dropping, but I'm definitely not going to be able to grab any of this because it's just going to break. Because I don't have Silk Touch on my atomic disassembler, which is fine. It's just a little bit annoying sometimes. Alright, so I didn't mean to throw you, buddy. I was trash talking you, but I didn't mean to throw you. Alright, guys, so that is the hole. So now, again, 7 times 7 is 14, minus 5 is 9, so that's going to be the height of this chamber here. I'm sorry, buddy, you have to come out, and so do you, and so do you, and so do you. So this the only corner that stayed put. Actually, none of the corners stayed put. Wow. Okay, let's grab that. And again, how much higher can I go? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8, 9. Okay, so now the base can be built around this. It's just a little bit too tall. Actually, it's not too bad. Actually, not too bad. All right, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I can make the base 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that was 7, including the corner. 1, 2. Come on, buddy. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me here. Okay, fine. You know what? I'll hover. I don't like it because I hate the sound that it makes. But I'm gonna hover. So 6, 7. And this will be our solid base. Okay, and now I don't need to hover. So now let's put in the structural glass, and this is going to cover just the bottom layer because I don't want to have to jump down here again. I'm gonna have to because I'm gonna have to put in the rotor parts, but at least for now I can do this part. And this would be kind of a cool view. I mean, I'll be able to see through it down to my basement, and oh wow, look at that, perfect. I just ran out of that glass completely. Okay, so turbine rotors. You guys know you put 2 blades per rotor. We're gonna have 9 this time, not 5. So I'm gonna have to make 4 more, but let's go ahead and put these in first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll put on the blades too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go make more of the rotors while we're thinking about it. We're gonna need to make 4 more plus 8 more of the blades. And since I don't necessarily know what I need, let's just start here. Rotor. So 4 of these, so 6 times 4 is 24. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a stack of each of those. Let's shift click, and I need 4 exactly. All right, and then blade. And again, I'm gonna need 8 of these. So shift click, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very nice. Okay. This is gonna be so much better though. I have the hardest time with this turbine because it's too small. So this is gonna be awesome. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna add in my blades. Nice. All right. So now, I kind of want to calculate, well, I kind of, you know, if I get it, go ahead and get it built, that'd probably be a good thing, right? Did I do the corner? I think I did the corners like a dummy. Because these obviously can't be glass, they have to be the casings. So, let's go ahead and remove these. And I know that I've got some more, so let's see if I... Ooh, I've got 15 extra casings. This is perfect. Unfortunately, I have to break them. I can't just, you know. wrench them out of here, but... Okay, and then if I put this all the way up to the top, we're keeping the same top, which is helpful. And then from here, I can probably calculate how many of these casings I'm gonna need. Because remember, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 10, 11. So it's 12. It's 12 going from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm a little bit confused. How many of these things do I need? I need an easier way to count. You know what? Let's use these stone bricks. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, and that's for this column. Okay. So for all the columns, it's 10. So 30? Yeah. 30 minus 1 is 29. So I need 29 of the casings, plus the ring that we added around the outside. So that's going to be 29 plus, well, minus 3, because I did go all the way up to the top. So 29, so it's 26. You know what? I'm going to use a calculator so I actually have something to write on. So 23, or 26, right? 26. And then the ring, right? We went from a 5x5 to a 7x7, so we got to go out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So if my calculations are correct, they probably are not. I'm going to warn you now, I might have done that wrong. But I'm going to need 50 turbine casings. 50 of these, which means I'm going to need 200 steel. Probably need to put away a few things, but 200 steel. So I've got 128. So let's just make sure we got 4 full stacks of these. And then what else do we need? Osmium. Okay, take a stack of osmium and that should do it. Shift click and 50. So I'm gonna grab 52 of these. Let's put the steel back, and let's also put the osmium back. Okay, made a little bit of room. I've got some extra quartz and stuff I could put away too. Odds are I'm not going to need that for any reason. Also, let's put the induction stuff back in here. We're going to have to rebuild that sometime. So there's that. I'm confused here. Oh, okay, I think that's all of it, except for the structural glass. All right, so turbine casings. We went ahead and built all of this first. So easiest way to do this is to turn off the jetpack entirely. Go all the way up to the top. And I believe that is 1 too tall. Okay. It's awesome. I've been needing to do this for so long, but I was always worried that it'd be like too much for a video, but I decided, you know what, it needs to be done. Ooh, I actually overmade in the casings because I didn't realize that there's a ring of casings up here that needs to be removed. Oh, geez. All right, well, I've got extra for later. Not ideal, but not terrible, I guess. Well, the ring has to go around the top, so... Oh, I way overmade. Yeah, because for some reason I was double counting for these, but it's going to be vents mostly up here. So my bad. Yeah, definitely overcounted, but that's okay. Again, I've got the resources. I don't like to be wasteful, but that's okay. I've got 19 extra casings. So there you go. That is all that we need out of the casings. So let's put these away just temporarily. Yeah, well, actually probably won't need any more. So now let's determine what goes along this bottom side. I mean, I think at first we should probably set up the rotor. So let's shift right click. Let's shift right click that and shift right click that. And there is the rotor. So let's pick up all this stuff. I need to have the rotational complex. It needs to go up top. And it needs to be set down just in there. This here is a turbine vent. Okay. And course, these electromagnetic coils, I should probably just make a whole bunch of these electromagnetic coils. I've only got 2 of them, apparently. The vents go on the top. These are the saturating things, right? Saturating condensers, and they go everywhere that these coils do not. Remember, you need a coil, one of these electromagnetic coils, 1 coil per blade. So I've got 9, I've got 18 blades, which means I'm gonna need 5 of these electromagnetic coils, which means I only need 2 more of them. So let's go ahead and make those. I think I did that right. I may not have. We'll find out. So electromagnetic. Let's just actually write coil. I think there's only 2 things that have it. There you go. So I'm gonna need again 2 of those. So I need 2 energy tablets. I know where those are. 1, 2. I'm gonna need some gold, and I don't remember what else. Steel, of course. So I need 2 of these. And that should be it for that. Right? Because it was 18 divided by 4 is, well, 20. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So I need 5 of these things. Yes, I've got 5. Awesome. So take that out. Place that down. I gotta take these vents out of here. And, ooh, actually, wait, there's a layer below this. There's a layer below this, and it is, these are vents too, I believe. These are, oh, these are the pressure things. Yeah. Okay, I've got to take these out. Let me just do it the old-fashioned way. Oh my gosh, why? Why is it so slow? Here, let's put on fast while I'm hovering. It's so much better. Yeah, so the vents had to come out. The pressure things can stay. You guys can come out. Yeah. So how many of these pressure dills am I gonna need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've got a couple of them. Right there. Yeah, it should be relatively easy to calculate down below, actually. So I've got, this is a 1 by 7, so that's 7. And then a 2 by 6, that's 12. So 12 plus 7 is 19, 20, 21, 22. So I need 22 more. 22 more of those. Pressure condenser things. Don't worry, it's the word pressure. It has to go on the same layer as your rotational complex. So I'm gonna make 22 of them. I may have some extras. I probably don't, though. I got some turbine. I got 1 extra turbine vent. Go ahead and grab that. I've got none left. Okay, so pressure. Fresh. Yeah, pressure disperser. That's what I need. I need 22 of these. I may be wrong, but we're gonna go ahead and make 22 of them. So I need steel, which I think I've got a decent amount of steel. I'm also gonna grab... Got enough infused alloy. I just need the iron bars. So I forgot how to make iron bars. Like, is it like, okay. Why does it have to be so difficult? Oh, duh. Okay. Should be easy. 16, it's, how many of these is it per? It's 4. So 4 times 22 is 88. So... that many stacks plus that many, that's 80. So let's go ahead and just make sure we get plenty. All right, and let's make 22 of these babies. Hopefully I didn't over calculate. I probably did. Am I still in hover? Okay, I'm in hover now. Okay, those go there. These go here. Okay, I made 6 extra. I figured that my calculations weren't perfect, but that's fine. I got more for later. I keep saying that. All right, and then this should be super simple, actually, because I need the saturating condensers on the same layer with the electromagnetic coils. And since I've already got 2, that means that I need 6, 7. I need 8 more of these saturating thingies. I know I probably shouldn't do it like one at a time like this, but I'm having to keep my thoughts straight. And this is all very much off the cuff, as you guys probably can tell by now. So how many was it? Dang it. I think it was 8, right? 6, it was 8. Okay, and these vents need to come out. It's actually more than 8. I kind of thought 8 didn't seem right. Hearing an Enderman really close to me, actually. I knew 8 didn't sound right. Okay, so I've got all these pressure dispersers that are extra. These turbine vents, I'm going to be using them soon. So I got no more of these pressure, or these saturating condensers. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need 14 of the saturating condensers. 14. Remember that number, 14. Saturating. Okay, I need some tin. One of the rare uses of it, I guess. I'm gonna need some more iron. Okay, and then now I need all 8 of those. What else am I gonna need more of? I need more steel. So I need 14 of these. There you go. Cool. All right, so we got the saturating condensers. The last things we have to focus on are the vents and the glass. And then hopefully this actually works when we put it together. There we go, perfect. So let's put the vents in, starting from the bottom. Oops. I'm gonna do that layer last. Ah, come on. Okay, cool. So the last of it is gonna be all right here. So I need 4 plus, this should be a 5 by 5, so that's 25, so that's 25 minus 4 is 29. Do I have any extra vents? I think I've already grabbed them. Yeah, so I need 29 extra vents. Vent. 29 extra vents, which means I need, ooh, okay. So I'm gonna end up making 30 of them. But they come in groups of 2, and I needed 4 turbine casings each. So I actually need 60 extra turbine casings, but I've actually got quite a few. Got 19. So I need to make 50 more. I need to make 50 more of these turbine casings. So, or I'm sorry, 51. Yeah, 51. So to make these, I always forget turbine casing, turbine. I need a stack of steel and a stack of osmium. I'm gonna make 51, which actually it'll be 52. All right, and then to do that, again, I'm going to need 29 of these things, which means I'm gonna make 30, but I need more of the bars. I don't know if that was, oh, okay, I made too many. Typical. It's okay though. Extra material doesn't bother me. I've got, like I said, I've got plenty of material. Ooh. I didn't count those. I might have overmade accidentally, but it might actually work out to my benefit. Yeah, because the top is a 5 by 5. Yep, there we go. Okay. Well, there you go. We thought it was a mistake, but it ended up being for the better. Let's see if this thing actually... Well, okay, we got to do the glass now. So, I know I've got loads of that glass, and I don't even remember, is this reactor glass, or is it... Yes, it's structural glass. That makes it easier, because I know I've got some extra of that somewhere. Yeah, structural glass. I've already got 15, but let's figure out how much we actually need, shall we? I've already got the bottom layer done. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's obviously 35. And we got 2 of those. We got 3 of those. Okay, I'm not forgetting about the valves. I'm just, you know, I'm just here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so 123 minus the valves, which I always forget. I need, are there only 2 turbines? You go in. Oh, there are only 2. Wow, there's only 2. Okay, that makes it easy. Plus, I need to subtract 15 because I've already got 15. So I need to make 110 of these pieces of glass. Structural glass. Need to make 110 structural glass, which means I'm going to need some enriched alloy. No, enriched iron, I believe. Let's just see. Structural glass. Oh, wow. Steel and glass. That's not that bad. All right, so I need 2 stacks of glass. And, you know what? I should probably put away a couple of things here. I don't need gold anymore. I don't need iron. Okay, so 2 stacks of glass, and I'm just going to take a bunch of steel. Cool. All right, and 110 of this. So we'll make 60 twice. Very good. Cool. Hopefully that was enough. I overmade a little, but it's okay. Hopefully that will do. And of course, I need the valves to be in certain spots, but you know, let's put the glass in first, I guess. Turn off my jetpack. Can you see now why, guys, I was hesitant to do this? It was not an easy thing to do. Especially not for a video, like trying to pre-plan all the parts, all the different facets of this would have been really tough. So I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, and hopefully it turns out okay. Hopefully it actually works. Hopefully structural glass is actually the right one. Because possible that I may be wrong. I don't think this one has to have a reactor. I don't think this one has to have reactor glass though, because not a reactor, technically. Alright, moment of truth. Yes! Alright, nice! And so by going from a 5x5 to a 7x7, my maximum water output is now 640,000 millibuckets. Remember, it was 192,000. So that was the main thing that was limiting me in my last build setup. So now that that's done, let's put the ports. I actually kind of want to turn. Yeah, let's put the ports around here. Where's the ports? Port. Valve, whatever. Put the valve over here. We're just gonna put the valve right there. And I accidentally destroyed a vent. That was my bad. That's because this thing's set on fast now. And then the other one is going to be for power, which I still have to kind of figure out where I want the power to go. So that's a problem. But you know what? Let's go ahead and begin with all of this. I think, yeah, I've got some more pressurized tubes. I only had a couple. And then the mechanical pipes. And so obviously the mechanical pipes are for the water. So let's just begin. I'm going to run it across here. Shift click. I'm going to run the water over like so. Because I want it to be a little bit of a longer pipe now. I doubt this is going to be perfect from the get-go. But you honestly never know. Dang it. Okay, I don't quite have enough pressurized tubes. I want the ultimate ones too, so let's go upgrade. So I always forget that I have that one portal behind me. Atomic alloy, there we are. Getting hungry, and I've actually got no more steak, so I gotta go kill me some cows here later. But there we go. All right, so that's turned on. I have nowhere to go with the power, so I really should build my induction matrix now. I put that stuff over there. Dang it. I should probably do some inventory management here. So let's put the casings and everything away. All extra material, doesn't bother me. And then, yeah, the structural glass too. Let's put the, actually. Oh, I had extra structural glass. That's cool. All right, so remind me, guys, how big was this thing? It was... I have 25 induction casings. I don't remember needing that much. That was a 3x3, isn't it? If it's a 3x3, then it'll fit right there. Just like that. But remember, we have to go this high. Connect all the faces, put the ports in. Obviously, this port is going to be input and this port is going to be output. I don't really want, actually, I don't want that to be, it's not a great spot for that, actually. Let's put this, let me go on the back. Yeah, let's go on the back side with the output. Yeah. So this would be input. Oops. Guess just change this to energy. So this is going to be input, this is going to be output. There we go. If we put the glass down now, we'll put that down just like so, just like so. I guess on the top two. Let's put the induction provider and the induction cell, and then both the glass, and there we go. We are back to normal, which means that for input purposes, jump through here. Okay, so to get these cables, I need to go back to wrench mode there. All right, so to get these cables and bring them across. Oh, where? Dang it. No! Okay. Every once in a while there's a logistics issue, and instead of destroying a block or something, I like to just go around the long way. All right, so cables up and in. So this is going to be in. And then this will also be... Just couldn't leave that in there. I just couldn't do it. This will be here. We're going to put the structural glass here, and then we're going to put the valve. Oh no, did I put the valve away? I did. The valve is here. Turbine valve. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think, guys, we are set up. Last thing, I guess, is the output. So let's put the quantum entangler portal down. I would much rather it not be a quantum entangler porter, but for now, I guess this will work. All right, guys, let's go sleep, and then I'm going to turn this thing on and see if our windmill works, and then we're going to actually expand my fission reactor a little bit too, but it's way easier because I'm not going to expand it width-wise, just height-wise. Okay, so, do I have my water connected? I don't. You know what? Let's connect the water. And that should be full. That should be filling up those pipes. I'm going to reduce the burn rate down just to be safe. And now let's activate. All right, the temperature levels out. This should level out. But because this is bigger now, it may level out at a lower... Oh, okay, it's definitely slowing down, right? Yeah, it's definitely slowing down. Okay, so here's what we got here now, guys. Because this is 640,000, the maximum water output, we are now able to increase the burn rate probably to max. I'm gonna go up to the old max, and this should, you know, this should stop soon. And of course, this should be outputting fluids. So now the water should be increasing, which is great. As long as the temperature... Yeah, as long as the temperature levels out, 536. Now I'm going to go up to 10, which I was never able to do before. And this should level out again. It is. Now it's going back up because I am inputting water. Awesome. So if I actually turn this off, let's just make sure that it's able to sustain itself without input. Actually, it's increasing. It shouldn't be. Okay, it is balanced out. Okay, cool. Cool. So, guys, with that, it solves my problem. I am now able to burn at the maximum 10 millibuckets per second, but 10's not good enough, okay? I want more. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scram. We're going to get up on top of here. Remove these 9, and of course, remove these as well. And I'm going to make 5 more of these fuel assemblies or whatever the heck they're called. I could probably go, let me think for a second. I can go 2 more. Yeah, let's go 2 more up. So let's make 10. Let's make 10 of these fuel assemblies. Why not, right? And I realize we're already at almost an hour, but this was kind of the whole thing, the whole point of why I wanted to do this. So let's go. I've got the osmium. I'm just going to make sure I've got plenty. I'm going to make 10 of these tanks, and of course they don't stack, so this might be a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get out of here, lever. Should be good. Okay, and then lead. Let me just drop something that's not super important right now. Take the lead. Get rid of the lever. There we go. And now I can, oh, and I need some steel too. What else can I drop? Iron bars aren't super important. Osmium can go. What do I keep picking up? Lever, okay. And steel. Okay, so now I can make 10 of these fuel assemblies. And this isn't all I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more, but it's really, really simple because I'm just going taller, not necessarily wider. Very good. Pick up all my junk, and let's go back over here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then I'm gonna put these control rod assemblies back on top. And then if I take these fission reactor casings, I also probably should take these out too. Okay. And then I can, oops, nope. Bro, what the heck? That is super weird. Why is that doing that? Huh, that is weird. All right, fine, well, I'll just do it this way then. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make a few more of these casing, unless I have more. What are they called? Fission reactor casings. I'm gonna have to build a few more, but not too many. So I'm gonna need 2, 4, 6, 8 more, unless I have some. I've got 3, so I only have to make 5. Let's go make 5 of these induction casings. I don't have any in there that I saw. Not induction, sorry. Fission reactor casings. So I need, okay, so I'm gonna have to make 8 of them, technically. Grab these steel casings that I've got right here. And I should have everything I need in my inventory to make... I don't have enough lead. So we'll make those. And then I'm not sure if it's reactor glass. I'm pretty sure it's reactor glass, which means it's likely in my inventory here. I've got 4 additional reactor glass. We'll find out which one it is here in a second. I'm pretty sure it's reactor glass. Also, why do I have an extra fuel assembly? I forgot to put it in. That would have been upsetting. Okay, we have the extra 3, that's fine. So now if I just come over here and I take this away. Okay, fine. If I just take this away. It actually is reactor glass. Okay, well then I'm gonna have to make a fair amount of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I need 20 more reactor glass. And then that should be it. I mean, we should be good to go at this point. Reactor glass, I need 20 of these, which means I need 20 enriched iron. I think I've got some in my inventory. I don't. I do. Nice. That is the worst part, so I'm glad that's done. Lead and glass. I think we've got... No, we don't have any glass. Take that. And let's make 20 of these. Nice. That was easier than I was expecting it to be. Gotta love that. And shall we just hover and get this job done? Bam. Uh-oh. Okay, supposedly something's not built right, because it did not form... Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, induction casings! I accidentally used the wrong kind of casing. Good thing they look slightly different, or that would have been really annoying. Okay, so I know I've got fission reactor casing, so this should be it. There we go. Nice. Okay, so it's filling up with fissile fuel. It's filling up with water. All the cables should be set up right. By the way, the reason why the cable's kind of wrapped around and not like at the shortest distance is because of this flow rate thing, or flow throughput, something like that, where you get to a point where you just have to have longer cables to make this thing work. It's stupid, but it is the way it is. And each cable is 16,000, something like that, throughput. So you take your, let me see, which number is it? I believe it's going to be the... Well, I'll show you in a second. It's easier to tell whenever it's actually running. So I think everything is put together. Why is this still running? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Oh, you know what? It's probably running this here. That's what it's doing. Okay, I was wondering what the heck was going on. Running through uranium like crazy right now, but it is filling up now. That's good, because it had to top off this tank, which did get bigger. It can now hold more fissile fuel than it was able to before. So, now that we've got all that put together, it's all working, and this thing is filling up, and this thing is still cranking, so I think, guys, we are ready to turn it on. Of course, I'm gonna go down to a burn rate of 5, just to make sure that I don't... Yeah, so my water is increasing. Good. So, we're not filling up on anything. I did reduce it, but this is the smart way to do it. You don't want to go too heavy too fast. This is working okay. So, let's go back up to the old maximum, which was 10. This will begin to empty, slow down, and then start to increase. And this is, again, why I'm pumping water in, because as it turns on, the water kind of like equalizes between the two. So, this is now on an increase. We're not filling up on anything. This is good. Okay, so flow rate, 199. So this is 200,000 flow rate right now out of a maximum of 640,000. The heating rate is 200,000. That's what I was looking for, heating rate. So for each cable that you can have 16,384, I think. Yeah, 16,384. See the capacity right there? That's basically another measurement for your throughput, your through rate, or throughput, or whatever it's called. And so you're able to go around, you count how many cables you have, multiply by 16, and that's the heating rate that you can handle. It's also the flow rate that you can handle. So if you end up with a weird situation where you start filling up with heated coolant, add some more cables. So, let's go to 15. My water will descend. And, okay, so my coolant is increasing. I'm gonna go back to 10. This should start to increase, so my coolant should start decreasing, which means I am running into the problem I was talking about. So if I count these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So if I take 17, multiply it by 16,384, you end up with a maximum of 278,528. So let's try to find that number so that we can demonstrate that for you. But first, it's getting dark. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. I know this is going to be this is an hour-long video. This is a very long video, but this is the kind of stuff that I've been wanting to do for a long, long time. So I'm willing to go long on a video like this. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, water is starting to fill up. So 10 gives me a 200,000. So it's for each, okay, so for each millibucket of fissile fuel, we're getting 20,000. So if I divide that 278,528 by 20,000, I end up with a maximum burn rate of 13.926. So that means if I increase this through 14, let's go 13.9. Then you'll notice the water will decrease, it'll level out, and then it'll stutter step. It might increase a little, but not much. And we're not seeing any increase here. This should start increasing soon. Yeah, because we're pumping in water. If we weren't pumping in water, it would stabilize. But we're not adding on our heated coolant tank. We're not adding on to anything. This thing's not filling up with stuff. I mean, it's just working out right. So now, if I go to 14, you'll notice this thing start to fill up because we literally can't pump out the coolant fast enough because we don't have enough pipes. And so what I do is if you have more of these pipes, this is gonna give me 16,000 more. Boom. Right there, you'll notice that that thing is now empty. And that added, that improved my count by 16,000. So if I want to increase this to max, which is 20 millibuckets, then that means that I gotta multiply that by 20,000, which is 400,000, right? So, you know what I'll do just for now? I'm not gonna leave this, obviously, but just for now, I'm gonna go one. Gotta walk all the way around this. Dang it! I should have planned ahead. I'm just gonna give all of my pressurized tubes and throw them in there. I hate that we have to do it that way, though. It seems really dumb to me. But it is what it is. So I don't know how many. I added 7, so if you had 7... Actually, I added 8. So 8 times 16,384. We end up 131,000 divided by 20,000. You end up with 6.55. So I think I might have actually got us there. This will start to decrease. Oh, this is increasing really, really fast. Okay, let's go to 16. That starts to empty. Let's go up to 17. Okay, it's not filling up yet. 18. Still not filling up. All right, we got close. We didn't quite make it. What about 19? Still not filling up. So we got close, but not quite. And this thing seems to be doing okay. Temperature is increasing, by the way. Notice that we're going up in our temperature ever so slowly. Wow, so we're very, very close. This is crazy. 19.4. Still not quite there yet. 19.5. Wow, 19.6. I bet you that's it right there. 19.6. Still not it. 19.8. That's it right there. Yep. 19.7. Still increasing. So yeah, 19.6 is my absolute maximum right now, unless I add another cable. See how that's now decreasing? So, alright guys, so we have, by adding on to our turbine, we have essentially doubled our burn rate, which means that instead of waiting 40 hours for an antimatter pellet, now it's only 20 hours, which is still a long time, but it's better than nothing. So, I think this is a good stopping point for today, guys. I know that was a lot of back and forth, that was a lot of work, But we got it done, so that was absolutely awesome. Let me see, water output, 640,000. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. We can't go a whole lot more up. I mean, obviously we can go up to 1200 Kelvin before we start having damage, and I'm fine with burning it at that rate because it's not going to increase on me. But we are going to have an upper limit eventually, and then we're going to have to come up with a new solution for burning this stuff, for getting loads of antimatter, if that is in fact our goal. But hey, you know what? That's pretty cool. I'm happy to. I'm gonna max up my thing today. Dang it! I don't care. I know this is a long video. I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys don't mind. But this needs to be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw in that. Maximize this. How's this doing? Yeah, yellow cake uranium is keeping up, which is great. Oh, come on. Oh, that cable's in the wrong spot. I'm gonna have to move that. Definitely gonna have to move that. Yeah, that cable right there, that's 16,000, which means now, if I go to 20, maximum burn rate, heated coolant does not increase, waste tank does not increase, and this is increasing. And actually, if I were to turn fluids off, then we would see it's a slow decline, and then the water would actually equalize. That was perfect. That was on cue. So there you go, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let it fill up, but output. There we go. So there we go, guys. I am now burning at 20 millibuckets per tick by increasing this turbine. I'm now burning, okay, so I'm burning at 400,000, 64. So technically, I could go up to 32 burn rate on this turbine. 32 millibuckets per tick, which would be great. Problem is I'd have to increase my reactor size, which I could do. I mean, I could come out one and maybe over one, and it really wouldn't be that hard to do. And what that would do is I would add on 1, 2, 3 more columns, maybe 4. And I could probably get to 32 at that point, and then we'd be running at maximum size for this particular turbine. So, anyway. I think we've done good today, guys. Again, we doubled the speed in which I'm going to make antimatter. And yeah, give me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? I think that we did good today. Let me know in the comments about your thoughts about this thing too. What do we do with it? Ooh, this is definitely encroaching on my view, isn't it? Look how fast those things are spinning. It's insane. Let's actually go look at that from below. But let me know in the or from next to it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about my basement. Should we build some more stuff, or I mean, really, it's just, for me, it was just like a quality of life thing. Look how fast these things are spinning. This is insane. Absolutely awesome. And actually, we're producing more power, too. 2.56 megajoules. This thing's actually making 2.5 times more power than my fusion reactor right now. But remember, I have this thing running at 2% of its maximum speed. So, yeah, we may mess with that next episode. But really, the biggest limiter for this has been polonium, not power. So if we ever get to a point where we're making more polonium than we're able to burn in this, that's when we need to increase our power output. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Anyway, guys, that's all for me for today's episode of Surviving with Mekanism. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I'm just glad to finally have increased my the speed in which I'm going to get antimatter. Making this turbine slightly bigger was, I think, absolutely worth it. And I'll be looking forward to maybe making some more tweaks. We got to get some more, some more power, some more antimatter, and more radioactive material. For now, though, guys, that's all from me. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Remember that I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all again next time.